Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Christmassy cozy crafty video. I am on a no buy for crafts. We are moving January 1st and I just don't need any more things to move with. I don't. So we are gonna go make wrapping paper chain garland. I love a paper chain. I love a paper chain garland. If you've been watching, I've been making them since spring for Valentine's Day, for my birthday. I made some for Halloween. I love a paper chain garland. However, I have no construction paper in any Christmassy colors of any type of this sort. So we're gonna give this a try with Snoopy festive wrapping paper. I want to make banana bread today. I also want to wrap some presents and decorate them. I'm making my own wrapping paper this year with rubber stamps. I'm doing some word searches on some gel pens, making them all kinds of whimsical and magical. I have a little pecan chai rooibos tea here with me. I'm in my little Christmas holiday hen pajamas, which are the cutest, darndest thing I ever have seen from Print Fresh. So let's head right on over to my desk and let's get into it. It is such a blustery, snowy day. We're supposed to get a snowstorm tonight of like 15 to 20 centimeters of snow. I am just feeling so in the festive spirit. I've lit a a sugared snickerdoodle candle at my desk here. So let me show you the wrapping paper that we're working with. Now we are a Snoopy household. We love Snoopy. So these are my 3 wrapping papers that we're making the paper chain from. And I have just gone ahead and sliced these up into little stacks. I tried to make them all relatively similar in lengths, and we're just gonna alternate them and make a little chain. Now you can do this with hot glue, you can use construction paper, we're gonna see if wrapping paper works, felt. I'm just using a stapler because it's what I have. And like I said, I'm on a craft no buy. Now, I just used my little paper cutter, which honestly does make things so much easier if you're making paper chains. If you're using felt, I highly recommend using fabric scissors. Also, it makes it so much easier to work with. But this way, I was just able to uniformly cut them all the same length. Again, for the most part, I was kind of rapid fire doing this. And like I said, I am just going to staple them. I have my very important assistant here to help me out. Like I said, you can make these from so many different things. I think once we move, I would love to make some of the felt ones that are a little bit easier to store and they can fold in on each other since they're a fabric. We are moving into a house. We're not buying, we just rented. In this economy, who's buying? But it is just gonna be so nice to have a bit more space. I'm sure that there is a proper way to do this that I'm just not familiar with, but I generally don't have issues from just slicing and dicing and hoping for the best. Anywho, I am just feeling so in the festive Christmas spirit. I think that once it snows, once American Thanksgiving is over, I am Canadian, so our Thanksgiving is more associated with like fall and Halloween. That's when it really starts to feel like the holidays. And our house this year, it feels different. Of course, our apartment just with boxes all around, like we moved January 1st. So I'm trying to get ahead so that I can enjoy December to the fullest. But it does mean that the space just feels a little less homey than it typically does. And y'all know I love my home to feel lived in. And when so many of all my beautiful books are kind of the first thing I've been packing, when they're all packed away and I'm not surrounded by them, it's just lacking a bit of my typical cozy feel. So I'm hoping that some crafts can warm up the space. We did still put our tree up, 2 trees actually. But I'm just so here for the Burr months. We don't talk about what happens after January. But for now, I'm having hot chocolates. I'm watching Hallmark movies. Oh my gosh, there is a movie airing tomorrow night as I'm recording this. It's Saturday. And Sunday night, there's a movie called Christmas at the Catnip Cafe. And it's a Christmas movie about a cat cafe. Now, if you don't know what a cat cafe is, it's quite literally a cafe you get to go to where there are cats. And the cats are up for adoption. It's typically like a rescue type situation. And they are just so mystical and magical and so fun to visit. A friend of mine adopted both of her cats from a local-ish cat cafe. So I am so elated that Hallmark has made a movie with this concept. So that's my festive plans for the weekend. Look at how this is coming together. Isn't that so cute? I actually really like the colors. The blue, the whites, the reds are going together very well. Now, look, I've already done 12 links and it's only yay long. So this is most definitely a labor of love to craft these. And we'll have to see. I don't know if I've cut enough wrapping paper. All right, y'all, I am still just chipping away. The chain is growing, but I figured, you know what? We have so many new folks around here who aren't even familiar with In the Meadow and like who I am, what's going on. So I thought I would share a little bit about myself. I'm Victoria. Vic in the Meadow was a podcast that I started 3 years ago now, I think. And I just wanted to share all about life in my 20s, which in a couple of months is going to transition to life in my 30s, which honestly, I am so excited and grateful and ready for this next chapter. I love that every year I feel more just affirmed in who I am. And anyhow, I just wanted to share about slowing down, life outside of consuming, sharing about some of the things we don't talk about online, like just being a real human in the internet where we're seeing highlight reels of everyone's lives. And of course, some of what I share is a highlight reel as well. I just try and keep it real around here. I live a very normal life. I live here in Southern Ontario, Canada, and I just share all about how I work less, I make less, I buy less, but I'm happier than ever. And that's why I love to share my crafts and just all the little things like a warm mug of tea or a festive candle that I probably got on sale that make the days a little bit more joyful. Anywho, and then recently decided why not come hang out on YouTube. I really love long form content. I think in this world of short form content that is just so not kind to our brains, I value things like podcasts and YouTube videos so much more. So y'all are stuck with me. Y'all are stuck with me, and I've been loving the crafty vlogs, so I hope you have been too. I'm so excited for once we move to just have even more space to get crafty. But recently I've been having a lot of struggles with my health. I was diagnosed with Graves' disease and POTS, and the last couple of weeks I've just been dealing with some unknown, not fun symptoms. So I took a week off of YouTube, and sometimes that happens, but I try my best to be on here every week or so. And I just love all things that remind me of childhood, Brambly Hedge, Peter Rabbit. I want my life to feel like a 90s storybook, or rather, I guess with Peter Rabbit, an early 1900s storybook. But I am just so grateful to have y'all here with me. I originally thought that a lot of you came from Instagram perhaps, or my podcast, but it seems like there are quite a few new viewers around here, which is really neat. So I hope that you're getting some inspiration for some Christmas crafting too. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this finished up, and I will let you know how it turns out. This is, oh gosh, actually red, white, and blue. This is seeming a little un-Canadian of me suddenly, but it's winter. It's winter and Christmas. I finished the paper chain. Are you ready for the reveal? She's all done. And she's a decent length. You know what? Like, I had thought I had a bit more than I did. This always happens when you make a paper chain. You look at it and you think, that is so many strips. And then it starts coming together and you go, it's not that many strips. This would be so cute over like a windowsill or along the top of my roll top desk. But I think I might put this over my Jellycat shelf. One of my Jellycat shelves. I have a problem, I'm aware. But look how cute that is with just the different wrapping papers. I'm so happy with this. Let's figure out where to put this. And then we simply have to get banana bread going because this snickerdoodle candle has me so hungry. That's one thing about a Bath & Body Works gourmand candle is it is gonna get my appetite going. I'm gonna need a little sweet treat. Are we seeing the vision? I have my little Christmas tree right here, which only has Charlie Brown and Snoopy ornaments. So it feels fitting. Maybe we just kind of drape it. Is that even? Drape it like that. That is absolutely adorable. And it's okay, it can rest on some of their heads there. I am quite pleased with myself. I just love a paper chain garland. Even one of those rolls is a dollar store roll, so it's a little bit of a thinner wrapping paper and it still works. It still holds up. But like I said, it is due time that we go get this banana bread going. Also, y'all, I can't believe it. It is 2 o'clock and I'm like, oh my gosh, we only have like 2 hours until it starts getting darker and the sun sets. It is just bananas this time of year, how little daylight we have. So we have to maximize it. have to maximize it. We have to open the curtains, appreciate the daylight while we have it, and then we nest at night and we turn on the Christmas lights. Well, I leave mine on all day long, but we turn on the Christmas lights and the lamps, no big lights, and that's when we nest. We make it comfy cozy and we try not to get too sad about the limited daylight, but for now we appreciate it. And we're going to make banana bread. This is my banana bread recipe. It is the best banana bread you will ever have. Just in case you would like to try and make it. Now you might notice there's a weird ingredient in there. There is mayo in this banana bread. Mayo is mostly eggs, y'all. It's not weird, trust me. You have to just go with it. But let's get the oven preheating. What does this have to preheat to? 350. And we've got some bananas that have seen better days, and I don't like to waste food, so that's why today is a banana bread day. You know what we need to bring back, and I've talked about it in my podcast, is bringing back food and baked goods and breads and jams and honeys as gifts around the holidays. The art of gifting consumables, I feel like, has been so lost in this late stage capitalism world, and that's part of my plan for Christmas. Every holiday, my parents just say they want a loaf of my bread, and I don't do sourdough or anything. That kind of freaks me out. Feels like a little bit too much work, but I just love an artisan loaf of bread, and all they want for Mother's Day, Christmas is a loaf of bread that they can throw in the freezer. And so this year for Christmas, I made them some homemade felt ornaments, and they're gonna be getting a loaf of banana bread and artisan bread for Christmas as well. It's so nice too, because at so many of our grown ages, whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 50s, your 60s, whatever it might be, we have so much stuff. We don't need more things, and it's so nice to have something that you can eat and not to take up more space. Anyhow, we've got our mashed banana there, and now we need an egg and half a cup of mayo. I feel like I'm already in mourning that this is gonna have to bake for an hour too. Oh, because I want banana bread now. Oh, but something that bakes for so long, like banana bread, really exercises your patience. And now we just give that a good mix, and then in a separate bowl do our dry ingredients and then mix them together. I love baking. I used to never cook or bake, and just dealing with grief, I found bread making and then baking, and I don't do anything fancy, but I love an easy recipe. And to just have something go from gloopy glop to a delicious baked good. Oh my gosh. A piece of banana bread warmed up with butter, with hot tea or hot chocolate. It's just the best. Oh my goodness, I am running a little lower than I thought on sugar. So I'm really hoping we have 3/4 cup here. If not, I might be able to break into my tea sugar jar for a little bit. Thank goodness for the tea sugar. I need to remember to add sugar to the grocery list. This is when like befriending your neighbors comes in handy. And that's also what feels very serendipitous about leaving my building when I am, is I used to know everybody that lived here, and we all had each other's numbers, and if you needed someone to watch your cat or to have your back, you need some sugar, whatever it might be. We had that kind of dynamic, and then everyone started moving. Everyone started getting bigger places and left, and now we don't have the greatest of neighbors, which is unfortunate. It's time to go. It's time to go. What else do I need? Salt, baking soda, and my spices. This makes me want to watch The Great British Bake Off. I watched it for the very first time ever myself this past season. I will not give spoilers, don't worry. However, somebody told me that they do a seasonal, like a Christmas episode. If this is true, I am feeling very jazzed about it, because they felt like my friends. And to just not be able to watch them anymore, it was just such a wholesome show. One of my banana bread secrets, pumpkin pie spice seasoning. And I just put a bit of cinnamon too. Or a lot of it today, apparently. I might need to even make a little bit of lunch while this is baking. I think I'm gonna make scrambled eggs. It feels like a Saturday in pajamas, baking banana bread and having breakfast for lunch. Let's get, do I have everything? Bananas, mayo, eggs, flour, sugar, salt, baking soda, spices, and then just our chocolate chips after. which, holy bajoli guys, chocolate chips have gotten expensive. And I learned a lot with Fair Trade Month back in October. I worked with Fair Trade Canada in learning why chocolate has gotten so expensive. And it makes me not care to complain about it anymore, and a bit more understanding, and in fact, a bit more willing to pay a little extra money to even get fair trade things in general. All right, however, I'm stocked up on chocolate chips from my mom, whose Costco membership I use, so we've got chocolate. All right, I'm gonna get a loaf pan, parchment lined, and pour this in, and we're gonna get it into the oven. And she's ready to go in. I don't have a Christmas loaf pan, but I do have a fall one, and we use what we have. So now she just has to bake for an hour, and I get to dream of my banana bread. I'm gonna have my little lunch and chillax for a little bit, and then we're going to do some DIY wrapping paper. We are back from our lunch break, and we're going to wrap a gift. Now, I got this book for my partner. It is a secondhand older copy of the Silmarillion, and I figured this would be the perfect shape to do something fun on the wrapping paper for. And I'm just going to start by wrapping it in my brown craft. This is like a packing paper, but like a craft paper essentially. And then we start to have fun with the rubber stamps and the gel pens. Y'all, I have been loving making my own wrapping paper so much. So let's get wrapping. And I did do a whole video on my Patreon of showing what like all I'm gifting to people and wrapping some presents and decorating them on there. So I'm not sure exactly what type of decorating we will do today yet. Do you remember making cutouts with potatoes? Using potatoes, yes, the edible kind, carving a stamp like a star or a tree, carving it right into the potato, and then using the potato in paint to decorate your wrapping paper. That memory was buried so deep in my brain. And I remember doing that at Montessori and at home with my mom too. My mom still has one of my pieces of homemade wrapping paper from when I was young, but I think that one was handprint. But potatoes, my goodness, y'all have to let me know if you remember that or if this was just a me thing. So it is wrapped. Now I just have to wrangle up my supplies. Stamps. My gel pens might be hiding in another room. I'm back. We've got the gel pens. I'm just using white and gold. And I think we're gonna do this, I think we're gonna do it landscape way. So I'm gonna start with my white. I think it'd be really cute too. Oh my gosh, imagine making this a gingerbread house using like a white marker or gel pen and just making the whole thing look like a gingerbread house. I think that would be so cute. I'm just gonna start with putting my partner's name on it. And you don't even need name tags when you do it this way. And I love to wrap my presents early because I just love the look of presents under the tree. We're gonna start with these little leafy banners. Well, it's supposed to be a leaf anyhow. And we're gonna use green, and we're gonna do the big wintry scene, which I love this stamp. It's just a bit of a pain in the bum to get inked up properly. I'm gonna try and just plop it in the bottom left here. Perfect. I think that looks great. So that's a start. That's our start. Maybe the snowflake. I think that will be cute. We can wrap them around the wrapping paper a little bit too on the sides. And it's really as easy as that. And now I'm gonna add my little fun gel pen things. I think that looks so sweet, and I just love the feeling of a homemade gift. I'm gonna wrap some twine around this when we're done also. I'm trying to decide what Christmas movie I wanna watch after this. I am just gonna be having a very laid back rest of my day. I don't know, I have my old Mary-Kate and Ashley Christmas VHS tapes, the Christmas cookie sing-along video. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The like musical with the Christmas cookies? I will save you from my singing, but perhaps for some other 90s babies, probably 80s babies too, This might dig up some memories for you. I am a little bit sad because I was really hoping to go to the drive-in this weekend. It's their closing weekend and they're showing Elf and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, both of which I love, but I've just been really under the weather for a couple of weeks now, like I was saying, and I just don't think it would be wise on my body to be away from home right now and to overcommit to anything and put stress on my system. So movies at home it is, and you know what, with the snowstorm too, there's no place I'd rather be than home sweet home. We did Beetlejuice. Was it 2 or 3 in the new one when it came out last year for Halloween at the drive-in? I don't know. I love the drive-in in not summertime. I think it's just such a treat. Next, we're gonna add our gold. And I'm sorry if the microphone sounds a little bit weird. I am sitting on one side of it. I probably should get one of those little mics that can clip onto my shirt. I just haven't yet. And I think this is just such a fun thing to do instead of scrolling on your phone. Pop on, like I said, a Christmas movie, The Santa Claus, A Christmas Story. Oh my gosh, my stepdad, if I remember, I'll put the picture in here. I got him the leg lamp from A Christmas Story a couple of years ago now when I was having a good year. Because those things are expensive. And he keeps it up year round. I just love that you drive by their house and you see the big lamp in their window. I think we're done. I think that turned out so nice. It looks even better in person. I swear, you just have to believe me. And now this can get added under our tree with all of my other homemade wrapping paper. Oh, I was gonna put a twine. Should I? You know when you don't know if you should like stop while you're ahead? This reminds me of, is it The Sound of Music? The brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things. I love too when you add like newspaper, or in America, I've seen people do Trader Joe's bags that they cut up and use as wrapping paper. So neat and so resourceful. I love it because I can just buy brown paper and then I'm good. I can use it for any occasion year round. I think that does add a little something to it. Maybe it's not your style and that's totally okay. I love this kind of Christmas. Well, I need to clean up some stamps. I need to get the cleanup crew here. Do we think I can convince Jasper to help clean up? But I'm gonna clean up and then we'll see how the banana bread turns out. That should be ready soon. 23 minutes, I can be patient. Oh, but I'm so excited. I'm gonna have to let it set. I can't cut it right away. It does have to set to like finish fully curing and cooking on the inside, but oh my gosh, I'm just having the best day. I really am. I've had a really challenging couple of weeks and it just feels so nice to see snow outside in December. Snow in December is just such a treat. It really is. To be in my Christmassy, oh my gosh, these are just the silliest pajamas. I love them so much. My little Christmas pajamas, wrapping Christmas presents, baking banana bread, chain garlands, hanging out with all of you. You truly brighten my day so much. I'm so grateful to have the kindest hearted community. Anywho, are we procrastinating cleaning up right now? I think we are. What do you think? I think we gotta get cleaning. The bread is ready and I'm so excited. Got our little Snoopy winter oven mitt. See how it looks. It's still sizzling too. All right, y'all, I'm being a good egg. I want to slice that banana bread so bad, so bad. However, we need to let it cool properly. So instead, I am going to get unready. I know, I'm in pajamas. My bathroom cabinet doesn't open all the way, so she's making a guest appearance, but these were my daytime pajamas for today. It's nighttime pajamas now. It's 4:30. The sun is setting and so am I. So I am gonna have a nice little shower. I have just been relaxing in bed watching All Things Lily on YouTube. I'm obsessed with her channel right now. She is just a little whimsical bundle of joy. Truly. And she has these jammies too, which I was very heartwarmed to see that. Anyhow, my period started unexpectedly. Lovely. Anyhow, I've just been sitting with the heating pad on, but I'm gonna have a fancy shower because I need the little pick me up. So I have here a lavender shower steamer from Sage, and they did send me this. I have not tried this scent before. I've tried some of their other ones. I've got them for Christmas gifts. and they're so lovely and they last so long. You place it like not under the water, but just kind of in the corner of your shower. And if you know, you know, I'm a bath girl. I love a bath so much. And the place that we're moving to does not have a bathtub, which I always thought would be a deal breaker, but this house was so perfect otherwise that I'm gonna settle. So I'm learning to love a shower steamer instead of my Epsom salt baths. Anyhow, the banana bread has been cooling for about an hour. I just took the parchment paper off because I forgot. So we're gonna have a shower. Well, rather I am. And then we're going to slice it up and give it a try. And I think I'm gonna watch Barbie in the Nutcracker tonight. I was mulling about, I am feeling nostalgic, but I just need like a classic Christmas. So I'm going to take off my makeup. Which, does anyone else ask for their toiletries for like Christmas and their birthdays? As a kid, when it's like you needed something and your mom's like, perfect, I'll put toothpaste in your stocking. As an adult, I love that because I am not buying the Bioderma makeup remover, or what is this, micellar water myself, but I ask for it for my birthday every year and it lasts me pretty much a full year until my next birthday. I'm going to go hop in the shower, put on my nighttime PJs and get a little comfy cozy for the evening. And I am all showered. That was absolutely lovely. That lavender was much needed, but I need to brush out my hair. I'm feeling Christmassy. I've got my little silky jammies on from Winners. I'm feeling refreshed, but also like I want a girl dinner. My partner is at Dungeons and Dragons today. So I'm thinking I want a big bowl of oatmeal. I know that sounds wild, but a warm bowl of like maple, cinnamon, apple oatmeal on a snowy night. It's all I want. It's all I want. Y'all, it is so dark out. It's 6 o'clock now. I'm gonna cut into this banana bread. I love that you can see my little Christmas tree in the background. Now, you know what I mean by that it's like right behind where my kitchen is, but I am so sleepy. I'm so sleepy. I need to cut this banana bread and wrap this little cozy, crafty daily vlog up for you. But this smells so stinking good. It looks good. I am butchering cutting this. You need to try a bite. Cheers. It is so good. But I'm gonna wrap up this vlog here. I hope you enjoyed spending this cozy, crafty, Christmassy day with me. I know I enjoyed spending it with you. It feels so nice to be pulling myself back out into health. And I'm so here for more Christmassy vlogs coming in December. So as always, you can find me everywhere online at Vic in the Meadow. I have a weekly podcast wherever you listen to podcasts on Sundays called In the Meadow. I talk about slow living, seasonal living, all wonderful things. And Tuesdays on Patreon, you either get a bonus Patreon video or a bonus podcast. And hopefully I will see y'all little turkeys soon on here. Take care of yourselves.